As Futurecraft heads into 2020, the new decade, Adidas has some interesting new plans for this futuristic cushioning. Let's take a closer look at the 4D runner. What's going on, guys? You're watching Sneaker News on YouTube, and today we're taking a closer look at the Adidas Consortium 4D runner. Before we do that, just do us a quick favor, please hit that subscribe button and we'll get right to it. So as we mentioned, this is now the third full year of Futurecraft. It first debuted in 2017 in a friends and family pair that just saw like a simple black upper with a Futurecraft sole, and since then it's sort of proliferated mildly. We haven't seen too much of Futurecraft, and heading into 2020 we expect it to be a lot more common. But before we talk more about Futurecraft and about the 4D runner, we just want to go over the basics. The official release date is December 21st, 2019, dropping exclusively at Consortium retailers worldwide, and the retail price is $350. Of course, you can check the store list link in the description below, and you get a rundown of where exactly these will be dropping. So again, as we mentioned, Futurecraft 4D, we haven't really seen it on too many different models. The shoe that comes to mind is the Alpha Edge, which is a running / training hybrid shoe. It's dropped in white and black, and they haven't really gone too far off white and black palette. There have been more black colorway styles. There's a reflective version, there's like an aero green version with Parley, there's a Star Wars version, but in terms of colors, they haven't really gone too experimental. Everything kind of looks the same, which honestly does not help. But still, Futurecraft is still one of the more visually pleasing cushioning units out there. There's simply nothing else out there like it. Probably its biggest push came in 2018 with the Consortium collaboration pack. Basically, Adidas teamed with Kith, Sneakers and Stuff, Invincible, and Foot Patrol to design special iterations of the shoe, and it's much different from this 4D runner. That previous model relied more on a prime knit sock-like kind of shoe, but it's clear that Adidas is trying to step a little bit away from the whole sock shoe look. That trend has almost completely died, and upon looking at the 4D runner, we're glad to see that it's now evolving beyond just a simple knit upper and colors. So here, it's clearly that multi-layered look. I know that's a term that you guys hear a lot of when we talk about, contemporary modern shoe models, but that's basically the best way to describe it, because all these overlays are set to mimic like a retro shoe. You can kind of see a bit of the young one and some of the feet you wear running models from the late 90s, but they're all heat welded together and the layers are extremely thin. So the shoe may look like it's a very layered shoe, but the uppers are actually very, very thin. And all these overlays have little bits of suede. There's embroidered little lines, and even the 3 straps are embroidered. This material here is more of like a synthetic mesh padding on the heel with embedded padding at the ankle. And even the lace structure is also very different. There's a zigzag pattern on both sides. Although we know that the quality on these are much better, we can compare these to a shoe like the React Element 87, which has a similar asymmetric, weird zigzag lacing. And even the Reebok Zig Kinetica concept shoe, very similar look. They're going for that multi-layered, lightweight sort of upper, but what really separates these is the 4D crafted midsole. So 4D print sounds like a gimmick, but Adidas does explain very clearly why they consider it 4D. They use like a light synthesis technique to create, a very micromillimeter precise constructions. If you even look at the lattice structure of the 4D midsole, if you've ever seen a pair, the forefoot lattice is different than the midfoot and the heels. Again, it's not just like a uniform pattern. It's denser in some areas, it's lighter in some areas, but overall, we're glad to see that the 4D runner is taking a different approach. Again, like we said, the sock-like look is pretty much dead in the market right now. We don't think that any brand should put out more sock-like shoes. We like the fact that this kind of has that retro runner appeal, but there's definitely some futuristic undertones. The construction is very like modern. The way the heel scoops up, that's a very signature Adidas running shoe thing, and we like the way it looks with this shoe. And we're excited to see what other colorways are dropping, but more importantly, we want to see more shop collaborations happen. Right now, Adidas is pretty much the last remaining major big brand that's doing shop collaborations still. Of course, a lot of competing brands are now doing, high fashion collaborations or collaborations with, actual designers, but we'd like to see more shop collabs. Who knows if Adidas Consortium is going to do another boutique exclusive. We'd like to see, Kith, Foot Patrol, Invincible, and SNS kind of give their spin on the shoe again, but, open the doors for other boutiques such as Undefeated and Bait, Atmos, what have you. So, this is a good way to close out 2020. Obviously, December was very, very heavy with Yeezy releases, but, if you've got some extra pocket money or you know, you're getting some money for the holidays, you know, this is a really good shoe to pick up. Something else to note is that on the insoles, it does come with separate insoles, but you can wear them without them. Basic text that's printed on the footbed, and you can actually see the future craft sole through the wire mesh. We're a big fan of this shoe, looks great. We're excited to see what's coming in store in 2020. So yeah, that's just our basic quick review of the Consortium 4D Runner. It's gonna drop on December 21st for $350. Again, check the links below if you wanna find out exactly where to cop them, and we'll catch you in the next video.